How's it going, guys? It's Javi here with another winter weather outlook forecast for the United States. It is a very late night post right now. It's December 7th, um, and it's 11 o'clock at night. I apologize for posting so late, but I just want to get this video in before the day is over because a lot of winter weather has been going on and a lot of changes to the forecast has also been going on over the past several days, and I really wanted to get this video in because I didn't want to leave you guys hanging. So let's begin with this. So looking at the US now, we do have quite a bit of winter weather, and it's in a very untypical place right now. It's all the way down south, and we're talking about the Texas Mexico border. Keep in mind, we're not talking about hurricane, obviously. We're talking about snow all the way down to southern Texas, going south of the Brownsville area, and which is insane. To when I did a weather report 2 days ago, like no, like we didn't expect this because we didn't expect the cold air to go that far south. We expected mostly all rain in the northern Mexico to Texas area, but since that cold air went further south than expected, and that cold front just pulled that air further south than a lot of people expected. We have multiple areas of snow and quite a bit of snow. It's not like the snow that melts when it hits the ground. We have had some measurable snowfall in some areas like San Antonio and I think Austin already reported like 2 inches of snow in areas, and you could see temperatures are basically hovering right around freezing. We mostly see temperatures of 33, 32, 35 in some areas, and snow could accumulate at 35 degrees because the snow would cool down the ground, and sometimes the snow rate could be faster than how fast it melts. And then we have some snow here down near the Brownsville area, which is insane. And as for the winter weather advisories, we do have some winter weather advisories. And here's a radar right now. It's also snowing in Houston, San Antonio, all those areas right now. And here are the winter weather advisories. So Corpus Christi is under a winter storm warning, which is the first winter weather kind of alert in Corpus Christi in 4 years, and Brownsville is also breaking records with reporting measurable snowfall in a very rare event, and it's just insane to see the snow go that far south. So there isn't much more snow to be expected with this, and mostly because it's gonna get mixed in with a lot of rain and stuff, but we could see up to 3 to 5 inches, and especially just south of Corpus Christi and other areas. Um and Houston, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw maybe an inch of snowfall if you guys are lucky, or unlucky if you don't like the snow in the Houston area. But we could see probably maybe an inch, maybe a little bit less than that. So quite interesting to see the snow drop all the way down to Texas as this cold air just filtered in. And as a result of this kind of forecast change where the cold air dropped down and it caused some weather changes to the low pressure in terms of the track and stuff, we also have a different forecast ahead for the upcoming days, and it gets really interesting later, especially um, man, I'm trying to zoom out here, but it gets, oh yeah, and we also um, and then as we look at the temperatures, we also have a lot of cold air. It's like I said, it's 11 o'clock Eastern time in my area, so obviously these aren't the highs. But look at these lows; they're a lot colder than last week. And then we also have some isolated lake effect snow showers. Like I said, it could dump probably several feet of snow if you're right within the band, and due to the water temperatures of the lake being well above average, under these cold air conditions, it's going to cause a lot of lake effect snow, and we're seeing that in Dunkirk near the Erie, Pennsylvania area, but not really hitting it too hard, and other areas as well. So we could see more lake effect snow later during this week, but I think we could see a little bit more than that in the future. And the reason why is because we have like this storm that's dumping snow in Texas. Yeah, thanks to that forecast change where snow was falling in Texas, that does changes to the track, to the intensity, to all that stuff. So now the GFS model, what's interesting is that it's expecting now to have a stronger storm and go much closer towards the west than originally expected. So we could see accumulation of snow in these areas. So the good news maybe is that it's not going to happen during the work week. So it's going to happen probably on a Saturday to Sunday, especially Sunday if you live in New England. But so this won't really, there's not much travel during the weekends, which won't be too bad of a mess during the weekend since not a lot of people drive on the weekends, but you still might need to bring out the shovels finally, and we might just see some treacherous travel conditions at times. So as of right now, we see that we have just a band of snow just forming, and the storm, like although it won't be as strong enough to bring any major total snow totals to the Northeast. It still could bring a wide range of 1 to 3 to 5 inches in the Northeast. So let me show you the snow total forecast. So it's 1 to 3 in the main cities like New York City, Hartford, but then it increases to 3 to 5 because as this in Boston, because as the system obviously moves north, it's going to strengthen more, and it's going to be closer to Boston, low pressure system. So we could see more snow there, but um, with my interpretation based on what happens in the past with these kind of snowstorms, I wouldn't be surprised if the trend of the chance of increasing snowfall continues into the future because I've seen this a lot of times where we see snowstorms that like don't seem to be much of a big deal to these computer models, but then later as time goes on, once the snow totals start rising, it just rises and rises. And I've seen that multiple times. So I wouldn't be surprised if these snow totals increase in New York up to 3 to 5 in the future, maybe even 5 to 8 in the future, because I've seen this happen plenty of times with snowstorms and the computer models misinterpreting the actual power of the storm. And what I think could really strengthen this storm and make it like potentially big is this clipper system. The closer this clipper system is, the stronger the instability will be, and as a result, we may have a more powerful storm that could dump more snow, and we have the clipper adding on to the already, like, I guess you could say, kind of powerful low pressure system, and that could definitely increase the snowfall if this clipper system moves fast enough in time to reach this system. Right now, the GFS model is keeping it away until it's already up in Canada, not affecting the US. But if it comes quick enough where it hits the low pressure system um, by the time it's in the Northeast, then we could see a potentially like big snowstorm, and I'm talking about possibly 5 to 8. I don't want to go too overboard with this, but we could see up to 8 to 12 potentially with this if that clipper system hits up. Right now, it's staying off, well off to the west, um, but if it hits that low pressure system, like I said, it could cause big problems, and we could see another snowstorm middle of the work week next week because we have a pattern where clippers keep coming onto the Northeast. But anyways, I'm running out of time. I wish I could go for longer, but I hope you guys have a good evening if you're watching this in the night, and thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.